Hello, Tracy here, and I just wanted to come on real quick and see what the Kipper has to say. All right, thank you for liking, subscribing, thank you for viewing, thank you for commenting. All right, let's see what the Kipper has to say. Let's see. Come on, Spirit. Come on. Come on, Spirit. All right. We start off with main female. Something about this main female. Let's see. Okay. Oops. Expectation came in reverse. So it looks like this main female may be having some sort of unmet expectation. Something that she was expecting is not going to be happening. And this person is receiving a message of concern. A message that's concerned about something that she was expecting. This main female. I don't even think it was a main female, really. I think it's an imposter trying to be a main female. These two came out. Official person and mature man. So I believe that maybe this message of concern, it's an official message. Something that is binding, something that is documented, something that's proven. And it may be from, this message of concern may be from this mature man. Maybe letting this main female know that, hey, whatever you were expecting, don't expect that shit. Don't expect that at all. What else, Spirit? High honor. So maybe this mature man has finally graduated, finally reached some sort of milestone, reached some sort of achievement, whether it be spiritual achievements, whether that be community achievements, but whatever it is, it's some sort of high honor. And it's taken this person a while to get there. Courthouse. This is something that, like I said, it's a law. It's something that's legal. I mean, this is a legal court case. This is a document. This is something that this mature man knows is going to go in his favor. Imprisonment. And that came up underneath that main female. Like I said, this mature man, he has this, maybe a lawsuit or something, because he knows he's got the receipts, he's got the documentation, he's got the proof, he's got the recordings, the video, the pictures, everything. Everything. But it's something that's going to put this main female behind bars and in poverty. And that came up underneath that unmet expectation. Yep. So some type of buttfuckery, bullshittery, skullduggery was going on. But it was found out. Not only was it found out, not only was it pointed out, but it's getting ready to be publicly announced. Because something ain't going right. Somebody was working on something. Somebody was working. They was sowing something. Be careful what you sow. because you shall also reap. And that came underneath that message of concern. Something that they were working on. You know? And if it's occupation, that's something that you do for a living. That's something that you're doing long term, right? Something that they were working on didn't pan out. Adjudication. And this came underneath the official person. Looks like somebody may have to go to court. Looks like somebody may have to answer to a judge. It looks like somebody may have to speak up. Say why they was interested in doing what they was interested in doing. And they have to make it make sense. Because if they can't make it make sense, it's a no bueno. Lovers and family room came out together, and they fall underneath that mature man. So this could be about a relationship in his family and secrets. You know? Secrets are coming out about this. Could be one relationship, could be a few relationships. But whatever it is, it's coming out about this false person. And that falls right up underneath the high honor. So that information is coming out. This person thought that they could get away. They thought that they could split a nickel down the middle. But then they really found out the hard way, after fucking around, that there's no way. There is no such thing as 2.5 cents. Can't split a nickel down the middle. What else, Spirit? What else underneath this courthouse? Thank you, Spirit. Yep, this person, they didn't think this one all the way through when they was doing it. It was like greed. It was a me. I only think about me. I'm only worried about myself. I'm not worrying about anybody else. Ooh, child. So maybe underneath this courthouse with this child, next to this false person, next to this family room, and these lovers, and this adjudication, looks like maybe somebody spent a lot of time in the past trying to create a situation, trying to possibly make a situation so that they benefited. But it turned out that they didn't, because everything that they worked on, somebody saw something that just didn't make sense, because it affected their dollars. And that's why it didn't make sense. And so they started doing some research. They started going all the way back. They took their time too. They took their time. They went all the way back. They called the companies. They asked for financial records. They tried to see how far back they could possibly go. And they got it. They got it. That's whenever they had that information that they knew that they needed to take that somebody to court. Somebody I heard that song. I'm locked up. And they are definitely in poverty. Or going to experience great poverty. Especially if you're in prison. Those go hand in hand. Those go hand in hand. And this is because something that they was working on. They took their time to work on it. They didn't think that anybody was going to see. But like it say, what you sow, you shall also reap. And they did it all for the sake of money. Because they wanted this great fortune. That was it. They wanted that sudden wealth. And they was willing to steal, kill, and destroy just to get it. Because they felt cheated. Because they didn't have a certain gift. Maybe they didn't have a certain je ne sais quoi. But it's coming. The end of their game is coming. And it's not in the not too distant future. They're going to be experiencing toil and labor in the big house. They are about to receive a message. From some main man about some type of courtship that maybe somebody they were in a relationship with and working towards something, but that's about to change. And whenever everything changes, it's like it's going to affect their health greatly. You talk about they're about to be on a journey of despair. All because they tried to have some unexpected income from some wealthy man and possibly worked with a mature woman. Maybe somebody they were related to. It's like they wanted to take something from this privileged lady, but just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. I believe this mature man got a sign. Not only got a sign, but something happened. That this mature man started to really understand. And that's what led him on that pathway, because he needed to find out the truth. He needed to find out the truth. And the truth he found out. Let's grab a little tarot cards and see if there's anything that needs to be clarified. Thank you, spirits. And apparently so. Yeah. Okay. Nine of Swords came out over this main female in this imprisonment. Somebody is sick to death with the Lover's card. Somebody is sick to death because it was like they was trying to do whatever they could to destroy some type of relationship. Could be a relationship in their own family. They was doing whatever they could to try and do something. Somebody even ended up walking away. That came over the unmet expectation in that poverty. See, somebody ended up walking away, and they didn't expect that person to walk away. They thought that person was going to sit there and just take it. Especially if you think that that's your family member. You think that your family member can take all the abuse that you want to give, and like they not gonna walk away. But whenever they walked away, that's what fucked them up. I'm telling you, I ain't making this up. There's somebody in your family. Yes, somebody in your family. They came out over the message of concern and the occupation. When that person walked away, that's whenever that person was like, uh-oh, maybe I went a little bit too far. Maybe I did a little bit too much. Maybe it was just too much. Let's see what else. What comes out over this official person in this adjudication? Because something went down. Something went down. They figured out, they done fucked around and found out something about maybe your child. Something with this child. And there's a little fish in the cup. With the world. The Wheel of Fortune. With the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. Things was changing. Shit was changing. With this child. Ooh. Somebody did an investigation. And this is over that mature man, the lovers in the family room. I cannot make this up. He did an investigation. It wasn't no day or two. It wasn't even a week. He went deep. He may have even hired somebody to find out some information. With the Five of Swords. And this came out over high honor and false person. So he saw somebody. That false person. He thought that they had the game, was gone with it. But they fucked up. They did something. One thing too much. They did one thing too damn much. On over top of the courthouse and that child, we got the Nine of Wands, we got the Judgment, and we got the Ace of Cups. So he's protecting. He's protecting, and he's calling judgment over this situation that this person was trying to do to this other person in the family. Like maybe saying, with this Page of Cups, with this fish, it's like something is fishy. Something is fishy. And that came out over that official person in that adjudication. So that made me feel like maybe somebody said, this child is your child. But this child ain't your child. Something was fishy. But it was proven in the court of law. It was proven by some blood or some DNA or some family tree or 23andMe. Something proves something. And so he did whatever he had to do to protect this child, to call judgment, because that's who he really loves. Maybe there was two children. One he wasn't sure, but the other one he knows without a shadow of a freaking doubt, because that one probably looks just like him. The other one probably don't look nothing like him. Probably look like the mama or something. And that's the one he was like, I always wonder. Like they say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. At the bottom, we got the Two of Cups. It's about a relationship. It's about a relationship that this man, this mature man, he values this relationship greatly. I mean, he was willing to beat somebody's ass for this one. He taking somebody to court. He's giving them a financial ass beating. And that's the kind you don't never forget. Especially if you have to go to jail behind that shit. Especially if you have to pay some fines behind that shit. You don't forget that shit. You remember that shit. Now, if you just go on the court and the judge say, you did what? Shame on you. You're gonna leave. As soon as you leave, you forgetting that. But whenever that judge say, you know what? Let's put you on some time out for a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years, couple of decades. You tend to remember that shit. You tend to remember that shit. Let's see, what else, Spirit? Anything from the stack? Anything. Thank you. Please like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite color is. Let me know what your dog's name is. How many cats you got? You know? Y'all having a food day at work? What are you bringing? You really don't have to share about the food day at work. I'm just kidding about that part. Unless you want to. Alright. Anything from the stack? Apparently not. Spirit said, you know what? The message that is right there is right there. Uh-oh. Just as I say that, look what happens. Ooh. So on the bottom we got spy. Oh, I told you. Somebody checked some shit out. They checked it out. They may have hired somebody to check some shit out. Oh, I cannot make this up. This is the other one. Don't that say sibling? Don't that say sibling? I cannot make this up. I can't make this up. Okay, so let's see what we got. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Okay, so first we have something. Spirit said, wait about something. So this is not the time. Spirit wants you to wait on divine timing. Then we have, you are new to the game. I am true to the game. That came out. And then on the back it says, I can show you better than I can tell you. Oh, and I felt like this is from that mature man just taking somebody to court. I can show you better than I can tell you. And somebody listen. Somebody is unwell. Do you hear me? You hear me? They are unwell. They are emotionally, financially, mentally, health, psychologically unwell. Because this shit didn't happen. Spirit said this person, they need to be cleansed. They need to be cleansed because that shit that they was trying to do, that shit backfired. And Spirit said, guess what? What's good for the goose is also good for the gander. Because Spirit didn't know. That person didn't know. Whoever they was trying to do this against was a high priestess. That person is tuned in, a torchbearer. They are a seer. She who knows all. She ain't even got to be there. All the guys, the wind just got to blow a certain kind of way. A little north, south, east, west wind. Shit like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. I feel it. Something don't feel right. I felt like my blood just started moving a little the other way. Something about a third party. See, if it was about a sibling, If it was about two siblings, one was jealous of the other because one wanted what the other had. Okay? And then it says, listen, keeping secrets, disguised, sick, concealed, fake, serious, serious hiding, games, cover up, mistake, creep, says fucker, and no respect. That fucker. No respect. The Spirit says, hey, it's time to let go of the ugly past. Do you know why? Because Spirit stepped in and took control, and guess what? It's over. For that person. It's over. Checkmate. All right. This is Tracy. Talk to you later.